We're not here to tell you a bedtime story, but we're here to provide you with an in-depth guide on how to qualify for the Story Airdrop. This layer 1 blockchain could very well be the next huge airdrop to land in our wallets, therefore we're not going to waste any time and dive straight into it. Remember, nothing in this video is financial advice, purely my opinion and based on my own research. Do not invest in anything you can't afford to lose. Use a burner wallet if you feel more comfortable, and be sure to smash that like and subscribe button, leave a comment if you have any questions whatsoever, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at @AltCryptoGyms for daily crypto content, and check out our website for frequent guides, project reviews, articles, and everything crypto related. Friends, let's dive straight into the video. Alright my friends, so we're now on the website of Story, the world's IP blockchain, which is story.foundation. We've got the official X page, which is at Story Protocol. Give them a follow and turn on the notification bells to stay up to date with everything regarding their network and of course the upcoming airdrop. Now my friends, this could very well be one of the biggest airdrops yet to come, and in this video we're technically going to qualify for 2 airdrops. One is of course going to be the Story Protocol, which is going to be our main and primary focus. However, we're also going to qualify for layer 3 in the meantime just by using the layer 3 protocol. Now for those who are unaware, we've covered the layer 3 protocol many times on our YouTube channel. We are now on the 3rd airdrop of the layer 3 protocol. As we can see, we are getting prepared for airdrop 3, which is going to be coming in March of 2025. For those who want to qualify for the biggest layer 3 airdrop for season 3, then of course you can watch our YouTube tutorial on the season 3 layer 3 airdrop. However, we have got a quest that is live from the Story Protocol, and in the future I believe they are going to be launching many more quests through Layer 3. Layer 3 has become one of the leading platforms in order to market in the world of Web3. As you can see, the Story Protocol has one live quest on the Layer 3 platform, and like I said, in the future I believe they are going to be doing very more. We are in the early stages of the Story Protocol. This is the first public testnet that they have launched, known as Iliad. Mint their first IP asset commemorative mint in order to become one of the first users. So before we show you how to complete this quest and qualify for the Story airdrop, what we're going to do is we're going to briefly explain what Story is, and then we'll come back and show you how to qualify. So over on Story, here we're going to briefly go through the website so we can understand exactly what it is. Story is the world's IP blockchain on ramping programmable IP power to the next generation of AI, DeFi, and consumer applications. IP is one of the world's most valuable and expansive assets. On ramping tokenized IP unlocks a whole world of possibilities, giving creators the ability to exchange, grow, and distribute their creativity. Creators deserve to control their IP, not platforms or algorithms. Story gives creators the ability to set the economic terms for how AI can use their IP, offering a way for both creators and their communities to grow with AI. Developers and creators can program their IP on Story, allowing their IP to grow across different mediums and platforms. A fully on-chain IP graph makes IP portable and composable across applications. Now this is a few features of the Story Protocol, and although I can scroll through this website guys and they'll give us brief information, the best place to find the most in-depth information and details about the Story Protocol is of course on their documentation. Now their documentation explains everything you need to know about the Story network, the why, the what, the how, and they even have a cool tab where it says explain it like I'm 5. Here, you can understand the overview of the Story Protocol, what they're all about, if you really do struggle with everything in the world of Web3 and you are new. But in a nutshell, my friends, as you can see, Story is making the legal system for creative intellectual property, also known as IP, more efficient by turning IP programmable on the blockchain. To do this, we have created Story Network, a general purpose layer 1 blockchain where people or programs alike can license, remix, and monetize IP according to transparent terms set by creators themselves. The why. First, the problem. Creators want to make sure that IP, a legal concept, is protected, easy to license and monetize. Right now, this is done via the traditional legal system where handling infringement on IP requires lawyers, is extremely expensive, and is very time consuming. Additionally, allowing others to use your IP and grow it requires cutting one-to-one licensing deals, which requires more lawyers, more money, and is unscalable. As a result, most licensing simply doesn't happen. And there's another major issue: the sheer speed and superabundance of AI-generated media is outpacing the current IP system that was designed for physical replication. In many cases, LLMs are trained on and are producing copyrighted data. We need to automate and make more efficient the licensing of IP. How? There are several elements that make up Story as a whole. Below, we will cover the most important components: Story, the L1, the Proof of Creativity Protocol, aka the smart contracts, and the programmable IP license. Therefore, guys, they are using a unique consensus mechanism known as the Proof of Creativity, of which will power the network. Story Network is a purpose-built layer 1 blockchain achieving the best of EVM and Cosmos SDK. It is 100% EVM compatible alongside deep execution layer optimizations to support graph data structures, purpose-built for handling complex data structures like IP quickly and cost efficiently. It does this by using pre-compiled primitives to traverse complex data structures like IP graphs within seconds at marginal costs. A consensus layer based on the mature Comet BFT stack to ensure fast finality and cheap transactions. Here you can understand further about the Proof of Creativity Protocol, which is made up of smart contracts, is natively deployed on Story Network, and allows anyone to on-ramp IP to Story. Most of our documentation focuses on the protocol. So, creators can register their IP as IP assets on our protocol. IP assets are the foundational programmable IP metadata on the protocol. Each IPA is composed of an on-chain NFT. This could be an existing NFT like Azuki that itself is the IP, or a new NFT specifically minted to represent some off-chain IP like a real-world asset. Its associated IP account, which is a modified ERC 6551 implementation. Now guys, there is so much about it. However, in a nutshell, this is a network dedicated to bringing IP to the blockchain. It is very unique, it is very innovative, and this could very well be one of the biggest blockchains of the future. To give you an example of why we need Story, well, before Story, if you wanted to create a comic with someone else's Azuki NFT and your Pudgy NFT, you would first need to hope the Azuki has a license and then find and contact the owner. You would also need to research your license terms for your Pudgy. Since you're not a legal expert, you would probably need a lawyer to create a new contract between the two IPs. This creates a burden on anything ever getting created legally because few people have the time, expertise, or money for that except large studios. Thus, IP is not easily composable. With Story, Azuki and Pudgy holders can register their IP as IP assets and then set terms using the PIL outlining how people can license and remix their IP. If your Pudgy is registered on Story, anyone can see those terms on-chain and license your Pudgy automatically using the licensing module, which generates a real license agreement. You can then register the resulting comic as a derivative, and any revenue that flows in can be distributed between you and the IP holders automatically. Therefore, guys, anyone who is a creator or owns an IP that they want to upload onto the Story network, users or businesses who want to then use your IP can then see everything on-chain about the details about your IP and can therefore decide whether or not to then pay you to use your IP, whether that's an NFT of a Pudgy penguin or an NFT of a real-world asset. So in a nutshell, Story Protocol are working on a big market itself. The IP market is, of course, an industry that hasn't really been targeted, and Story is targeting this industry. And realistically, I think this is a needed network. Now, you can even see more frequently asked questions here, guys, as to why they need a new blockchain, as to what they are doing, why not settle for an L2. Guys, they have answered many questions here of which you may have asked yourself yet haven't got an answer to, and therefore I highly recommend reading it all. Now, at the moment, they haven't got anything about a Story token, but I have a very strong feeling that the ticker is going to be IP. Why do I say this? Well, if you look over on their X page, you've got Story Protocol, and in brackets, they've got IP with these little cool emoji things, whatever they are. Although I know they do focus on IP, I really do think that the ticker is going to be IP too. So now that you have a rough understanding of what the Story Protocol is, what we're going to do now is we're now going to qualify for the Story airdrop, and by doing so, we're now going to go over to layer 3, which is the protocol we were on earlier. Now, like I said, we're going to be qualifying for two airdrops, the layer 3 and Story airdrop. So to begin with, Story's first public testnet, Iliad, is live. For the very first programmable IP pioneers, Story is showcasing a first ever IP asset mint. Continue. Mint the Iliad launch IP asset. Follow all the steps, get full set tokens, and mint the Iliad launch IP asset. So let's begin. Open Story. So supposedly by the time we got here, guys, the mint is complete. Now 23,000 users on layer 3 actually participated, so it's actually really annoying we couldn't do this. Nonetheless, we can still happen to mint this NFT, which is going to give us the rewards from layer 3 anyway, and is going to give us an NFT to show us that we've already completed this quest. However, the unfortunate thing is we cannot complete this mint, so we now have to stay up to date on X for the next updates. However, it doesn't have to stop there, my friends. If we go back over to the Story website and we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we've got the docs, the full set, explorer, staking, block explorer, and so on. And for me, the first step is going to be using the full set. So over on the full set, this is where you obviously get tokens directly to your story network. Straight away, it knows that we're not a bot. Here it says you will receive 1 IP token from the Iliad testnet full set request. The full set resets every 24 hours. Therefore, what you want to do is, if you haven't got the story network added to your wallet already, all we have to do is simply click this button where it says add Iliad testnet to wallet. Now, once we've come here, we have to read and confirm. I do approve it. And if we switch network and go into our MetaMask wallet, we obviously have 0 IP in this testnet. Now, for those who are unaware, a testnet is simply a network that is not the mainnet, which has no real monetary value. It enables the network to obviously conduct transactions in order to test and make sure everything is working well before the mainnet goes live. Now, personally, I believe by getting in early on this testnet, by using the full set as much as possible, and of course using the applications within the ecosystem as much as possible, we will qualify for the biggest and best airdrop. Now, unfortunately, 600,000 users actually minted an NFT and we missed out. I'm very sorry that we didn't get here earlier. We literally missed it by days. However, what we're going to do is we're going to request some tokens. Now, in order to request IP tokens and get free IP tokens into our wallet, it's so simple. You go into your MetaMask wallet once again. Underneath your account, you'll copy your wallet address to clipboard, go back, and then very simply click paste and click confirm. And then as you can see, we have now claimed 1 IP, and then we have to come back in 24 hours to claim another IP. So guys, do this every single day in order to get the max amount of IP tokens. I personally believe they are watching us, they are tracking our wallet, and therefore the more we use this network, the bigger the airdrop will get. So I'm just going to personally start this network. I'm going to add it to my bookmarks, and then I'll come back in 24 hours to go again. So if we now go into our MetaMask wallet, instantaneously we have now got 1 IP tokens to use in the testnet. This is the first stage, guys. We can see how many times we've used the full set. As you can see, we've used it once. Every 24 hours, we are going to come back here. Now, back over on the website, guys, from here, you can go to the staking tab. What you want to do is you want to connect your wallet, obviously being the MetaMask wallet. If you use a burner wallet, then of course, by all means do so. I'm not going to be using a burner wallet, but as you can see, once we're on here, we are provided with a list of 100 validators with an amount of 110.2 million IP tokens staked with an APR of 6.63%. Now, this is of course the testnet as well, so all of these tokens have no real monetary value. This is not $100 million or $100,000 or whatever it is. There is no real money behind it. This is just a testnet in order to test before the network goes live in the mainnet. And then of course, we will see real IP tokens, which could very well be airdropped to us just for using this test network. Now, when we scroll down, guys, obviously with list of validators, we must be very cautious. Here we can see that this validator up top has got 10%. This one down below has got 10% as well. And the others in the middle between them have 0%. Therefore, when you go to withdraw your tokens, if it has 0%, they will not charge you a single IP token or any amount of IP in order to withdraw your tokens. However, this guy up here and the guy down below, they are requesting for 10% of your IP tokens whenever you request to withdraw. Now, personally, I'm going to be going with the one below the top one. He may be able to, in fact, change his commission at any given time, but I'm just going to go ahead and stake the amount I want to stake. Now, as you can see, there's a minimum of 1 IP to stake. Therefore, I don't think we're going to be able to do it because obviously we're going to need to pay for gas fees. Therefore, we're going to have to come back in 24 hours where we'll have over the 1 IP amount. I cannot get any more IP due to the fact that I haven't got enough IP at the moment. However, this is exactly how you would do it. You would very simply click stake. If you have 2 by tomorrow, then you would just do 1 or 1.1. It's entirely up to you. You click stake or max or whatever you want to do, and off you go. Now, of course, like I said, I cannot stake any IP at the moment because I only have 1, and the bare minimum is 1. Therefore, we'll have to wait a 24-hour period. But it is good to know exactly how to do it. It is very simple, and therefore, this is one main feature I would primarily focus on if you are qualifying for the Story airdrop. Now, back on the Story Foundation website, guys, if you want to, of course, get involved in their ecosystem, if you go up to the top and click ecosystem, here you'll be able to see all of the applications at the moment regarding the Story protocol. So at the moment, these are all the ecosystem partners when it comes to AI and AIGC platforms. We've got creator platforms, we've got DeFi and IPFI, we've got infra, which are for the developers, and then of course you would just explore the ecosystem as to the protocols that you are looking for. Now, as I always mention, when we start a new network, be very cautious as to all the platforms you are using. Do your thorough research before you start getting involved. This is the first step in order to qualify for the Story airdrop, guys. In the future, yes, we will come back here and we will start exploring the ecosystem further, but until we have more quests going live on layer 3 and until we have more IP tokens on the Story testnet, I'm not going to be using the Explorer. So let's just say in a couple weeks or a few weeks, we'll come back and start exploring the story ecosystem. And then by then, at least we should have a nice amount of IP tokens in order to interact with the network and get as many transactions and as much volume on the testnet as possible. Now, this is the plan, guys. Of course, like I said, make sure you go back to the full set every single day, claim your tokens, and then of course, stake some tokens and interact with the ecosystem as safely and as best as possible. Now, my friends, one more thing. I'm just going to mint this NFT, which is on the Arbitrum network for the story testnet quest. It's going to prove that we have done this quest, although we haven't actually minted the NFT, which is quite unfortunate. I'm very disappointed that we weren't able to reach it and we weren't able to make it in time. Sadly, it didn't actually have a time date on the layer 3 quest, therefore I didn't know when it was ending. And if I knew it was ending sooner, I would have tried to make the video sooner. But in a nutshell, it really didn't give us enough time, and a lucky 23,000 participants must have got the NFT. However, we've got the NFT from layer 3 themselves. We have now qualified for the layer 3 airdrop, and we have begun our airdrop journey in the story network. This is the best thing to do at the moment, guys. Just stay up to date with layer 3, wait for new story quests to come out, wait for new NFTs to come out, wait for more DApps within the ecosystem. Of course, use the full set as much as possible, stake as much as possible when you can, and then guys, in the future we'll be back with another story airdrop tutorial. This is part 1, and we can't wait to see you in future videos. However, for those looking for more crypto airdrops, we have over 140 on our YouTube channel, which you can check out. We've got Redstone, DFlow, Cube, Superspeed, Lulo, Layer 3 like we said, Jupiter Exchange, Exchange Art, Decent, Asset Dash, Ambient Finance, Moody Madness, NX Finance, Movement Labs, Farcaster, Assister, Base, Shardium, Karak, you name it, guys. We've got all the airdrop tutorials on our playlist, and we are not stopping anytime soon. So if you want to check them out, feel free, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment if you have any questions whatsoever. And we can't express how much we appreciate your support. I love you all very much, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. And we currently have a promotion running on Bybit, the best centralized exchange platform for buying, trading, and earning. Bybit is home to all your favorite cryptocurrencies, and you can claim up to $4,380 just by signing up using the link in the description below. It's simple. If you need help finding the right crypto gems, then follow us on Twitter at altcryptogems, and head over to our website to get your hands on detailed project reviews, crypto guides, and more. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope you found this video helpful and informative. Until next time, DGens.